Jacob Garden-Schwartz joins us now live from the White House. Jacob, how is the White House responding to all of this market volatility?
Yeah, good afternoon, Patrick. As you said, they are, in a sense, mostly brushing it off. I just got out of the East Room where the president was welcoming the Los Angeles Dodgers, of course, fresh off their victory, and no mention of tariffs whatsoever, even as you noted, markets around the world and here in the U.S. really selling off, and growing concerns about that dreaded R word, a recession. Just to illustrate sort of how scared financial markets are, as you illustrated, a few hours ago this morning, we saw that unverified rumor on social media spreading that the president might consider a 90-day pause on these tariffs, given what we're seeing in the markets. As a result, traders in the markets more broadly rebounding because I think everybody is clamoring for some sort of good financial news, but White House officials clearly shot that down, and as a result, markets are in turmoil once again. The president on social media and in his public remarks continuing to argue that these are necessary to rectify global trade imbalances. He has insinuated that a number of world leaders have been reaching out to him to try to strike last-minute deals. Of course, just behind me, you're seeing the pomp and circumstance assembling for Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu of Israel, who, of course, is here to discuss a number of important issues, but we, of course, expect tariffs to be one of those conversations. But the White House really thus far not indicating that the president is interested or planning to let up on any of these measures. And for one example of that, we saw the president post just a short time ago threatening even more tariffs on China. Of course, this is, one of the United States' largest trading partners and where our largest or one of our largest trade imbalances lies. And after China imposed retaliatory tariffs on the United States in response to our retaliatory tariffs, the president has threatened now another 50% tariff in addition to everything else that has already been levied against that nation. And because I am not exactly a math whiz, I actually went to the White House to talk over the math just to make sure I wasn't missing anything. And they confirmed to me if that additional tariff were to take place, that would mean effectively 104% tariffs on imports from Chinese goods, 20% tariffs from the fentanyl tariffs, that 10% baseline that all nations are now subject to, and the additional 24% reciprocal tariffs that are set to take place later this week. So safe to say the president is not backing down anytime soon. World leaders, world markets, financial experts are continuing to try to game out the fallout, but at this point it certainly seems like economic risk, at least in the short term, is going forward. Patrick?